Hi everybody, Sean here with SMF Media Design. Today I'm going to show you how to use a non-traditional piece of equipment to use in your training videos or in live in-person training. What I have here is the Wacom Cintiq 16. This is a pen tablet. They have a few different sizes of this, a 16, 24, a 32 inch, some that are touch, and some that are only you're only able to use with a pen. So this version here, this is one of the ones that you can only use with a pen. And I want to talk a little bit about what this is for. So typically what you're going to do with this is you're going to use it to draw. Illustrator, Photoshop, something of that nature. The pen is pressure sensitive depending on the software that you're using to draw thin lines up to very thick lines depending on how hard you press. And it is, as you can see, it is a screen. So you're seeing my computer screen. Now this is not a tablet, it is just a screen, and it is just an interface that you can draw on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch you over to PC for a second, and as you can see, I'm going to draw with my pen, and you can see it on the screen. Now I'm using OpenBoard right now. It's an open source piece of software for whiteboards, and you can use it to annotate items on your screen. You can show the desktop, you can pick from images that you put into here, and the way I've got it set up, I have the computer on my screen. Now the computer is actually off to the side. We can't see it right now. It's actually in a rack. So I have the screen coming here. I have the screen going to my ATEM Mini so you can see it. And I have it coming to this screen right here. Now imagine this screen being a very large 65+ inch monitor or projector up on the wall for an entire classroom. With an interactive whiteboard, you have to turn around. You can see the back of my head while I draw on the screen or point to what I want. I really can't address you. So what I've done is I've taken the Wacom, and here it is right in front of me. I can just glance down at it and still look up at you or a room full of people. So how did I wire this all up? Well, I'm going to drag over an image here and I'm going to show you. Now, as you can see, I'm looking down and I can glance up while I do something. So here we go, back to the PC so you can see it up close. What we have is, I'm going to start off with red here, and my wiring setup is HDMI out of the computer into my CTEK monitor. Now the CTEK monitor is a 4-channel HDMI monitor with in and out. So what I can do is I come into the CTEK and then I come down into the ATEM. At the same time, I'm coming out of the PC again into an HDMI splitter, and then I'm going out to the monitor that you see behind me right here, and I'm coming to my my pen display. Okay, so I have the PC duplicates the display So I'm sending the same signal out. I'm not extending my desktop. I'm mirroring it to two sources and splitting it to two because they're the same signal anyways. And that's how I'm getting the signal in to my ATEM so you can see it. And that's looping through my monitor. Now, if you didn't want to use the ATEM, you can essentially do the same thing. You can actually go from the PC directly into a monitor and the PC into your pen display. Again, duplicate your monitor, and that's all you need. You, at that point, will not need an HDMI splitter, you won't need an ATEM, you won't need a CTEC monitor. So this will work in a classroom environment. Now, the Wacom comes with a fairly short cable. It requires power. And it also has a breakout to HDMI and USB. Both of those plug into your computer so that you have control. Obviously, that's what the USB is for, and the HDMI is actually bringing the picture into your tablet here, or your screen. It's not a tablet. Could you use a tablet for this? Yes, absolutely. There are a number of ways that that you could accomplish this same thing. But this is here, it's available to me, and I'm just going to use it in a different way. So if you take anything from this video, it should be that you can use a lot of technology in a way that it was never intended for. So what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to erase, and I'm going to bring a map in, and I'll switch you back to the PC so you can see it a little better here. So what we can do again is we can mark up a map, show people directions. Maybe you're working in technology and you are actually dealing with maps. So you have a large map up on the screen and you're dealing with students, and you're gonna come in here and say, okay, well, let's identify all of the issues on the map. Okay, so let's look, and this is a street map. Now this is a legitimate street map. I'm just gonna make some things up here. Let's just say that West 49th Street is identified going in the wrong direction. So we need to mark it up, and we need to say that, no, it travels in this direction instead. So we're pretending this is incorrect, and the street direction is going the wrong way. So we have to correct it. First, we're going to mark it up. And maybe, you know, Rockefeller Plaza, well, maybe it doesn't belong there. It only belongs here. Cross these two sections out. We can do things like that. We can, you know, change whatever, marking it up. Identify that maybe a store has closed and it's been replaced by something else. So we can do all of our markups, circle whatever we want. Maybe there's a parade coming through and we have to identify that, okay, we need a roadblock here, we need a roadblock here and here. And the actual parade route is coming down 7th Avenue, and then it's going to turn on to West 46th Street, and then it's going to come back up 6th Street, and then we're going to come down and we're going to come to Rockefeller Plaza. So as you can see, we can mark up a bunch of things. We can have this in front of, imagine an entire room of New York police officers, and we're talking about a parade route, and okay, we're gonna block off these roads. All I have to do is glance down. I can still look up at you and say, we need row blocks here, here, and here, 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 and I'm assigning units 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Those are your assignments right here. The green is the parade route. That's where they're coming through. And I can interact with you. I can look at you and I can understand that, okay, you are clear on the directions. You can see it up on the board. And I can draw here just by glancing down and then looking right back up at you. So with this particular piece of software, OpenBoard, and again, you can use anything that can do it. So you can use Microsoft's whiteboard product or any software really that you can find that suits your needs. You can open up PDFs. So if you're teaching, if you're a classroom teacher, here we go. Here is the practice book for first grade math. So we can come through here and go past the answer key. So here, I'll blow this up for you. Now this is intended for a grade 1 student to follow along with the teacher. And here we can actually illustrate what to do. Now it's a little washed out for you seeing it here, but this is up on the board. Here we have, so we're tracing the words. So we can trace along Z-E-R-O, 0. So you can have that interaction. Again, there are other pieces of equipment that you can do this with. This is what I found and I wanted to use. There are cheaper things out there, and as I was reading some reviews, they talked about you get what you pay for. So I have been using Wacom tablets for a while now, so I decided to go with Wacom. Now this particular unit, this is $650, and if you're curious about any of this equipment, links are in the description down below. Please use them. It helps out the channel a lot. I am an Amazon associate, so it doesn't cost you anything extra, but if you purchase something from my links, they actually give me a commission for sending you to Amazon. So please use those links. It helps support continuing to do this. As I said, this is a $650 piece of equipment here. A screen with a writing surface that works with a pen. Again, this does not use gestures, this particular version. So I can't pinch and stretch. All I have is the pen. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that bell for notifications when I post future videos. And that'll be all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.